Hi, everybody. I'm here at Children's National Medical Center in Washington, D.C., visiting with some kids being treated here all the time for asthma and other breathing problems. Often these illnesses are aggravated by air pollution, pollution from the same sources that release carbon and contribute to climate change.
So it's summertime and it's heating up, and there's also an increase in air pollution, and that air pollution can lead to all sorts of health problems, including triggering asthma. I'm Dr. Randy Martin, and let's go visit with an ER physician and find out more.
It's air pollution. It's generally comprised of two components. Particulate matter, which are small particles that are suspended in the air, can be breathed in. When we inhale that particulate matter, that ozone, it acts as an irritant. We get muscle constriction around the airways, we get increased mucus production, and we get inflammation. Those individuals who have asthma or some reactive airway disease are prone to be affected, particularly during these summer months and in the late afternoon, early evening.
Children living in D.C. have the highest asthma rates in the entire country. Located near Capitol Hill, Capitol Power Plant is a large emitter of greenhouse gases, producing 1/3 of the total greenhouse gas emission in the D.C. area. The increased rates of asthma can be linked to emissions that increase air pollution coming from Capitol Power Plant and other plants in D.C.
Today, about 40% of America's carbon pollution comes from power plants. But right now, there are no national limits to the amount of carbon pollution that existing plants can pump into the air we breathe.
The Obama administration's new plan requires America's 1,000 power plants to reduce their carbon dioxide emissions to 30% of 2005 levels by the year 2030. Despite the government's assurances that the new rules will bring down electricity bills by 8% and encourage investment in new technologies, business groups and lawmakers from coal-reliant states oppose the initiative.
Capitol Power Plant continues to use coal as a fuel source, while the rate of asthma and respiratory illness continues to rise in D.C. With the new greenhouse gas reduction mandate set by President Obama, the President and Congress should lead by example and stop using coal. D.C. children deserve good health. It's time for Congress to take responsibility for their actions.